You're watching North Alabama's news leader. This is News 19 at 9.
Thank you very much for joining us on News 19 at 9. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Greg Screws. It has been a very active night on the campaign trail with two of the state's top races maybe coming into focus. We'll have more on those races coming up in a couple of moments. But first, a warm day across North Alabama. Things are looking to heat up even more as we approach the weekend. So let's hand it over to Chief Meteorologist Danielle Dozier with a first look at your forecast.
Yeah, hey Greg, it is still 67 degrees here in Huntsville at this 9 o'clock hour with a south-southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. It's going to be a cool start to the morning tomorrow, but a very warm finish. You can see the numbers right now, still at 70 in Florence, 68 in Albertville, 66 in Arab, and tonight we're falling down into the mid to upper 50s across our area with the drive to work featuring those dry conditions, plenty of sunshine as the sun comes up with an air temperature there at 7 o'clock at 60 degrees. I mentioned the warm afternoon. I'll let you know how much warmer tomorrow than what we had out there today and a look ahead to our next chance for storms coming up.
If I'm a political novice running against two political pros like Britt and Brooks, but I have a lead, and so far my messaging is working, I might want to avoid the risk of uncontrolled media events.
So that's News 19 political analyst Jess Brown speaking about the person polling is suggesting is the front runner for the U.S. Senate spot that Richard Shelby is vacating, and that is Mike Durant. So far, what Durant's been known for, not doing many public appearances and virtually no media. But tonight, he held a campaign event in Birmingham ahead of next month's primary election. News 19's Kayla Smith at that event tonight and spoke exclusively with Durant. She joins us live from Birmingham with more. Kayla.
That's right. U.S. Senate candidate Mike Durant attended a meet and greet hosted by conservative group Local Alabama. He met with voters and laid out the three hallmarks of his campaign. If elected, Durant promises to prioritize a secure southern border, energy independence, and a strong military. The Alabama businessman and U.S. Army veteran emphasizes he is not a career politician, and the campaign process up to this point has included a steep learning curve.
I got in late because I had a company, and I wanted to make sure that was taken care of before I committed to this. And I'm not a politician. I didn't have the knowledge about fundraising, and getting in late puts you a little bit behind the power curve, so I had to put skin in the game.
Campaign finance reports show the Durant campaign fundraising totals at $7.3 million, but $6.8 million of that total was loaned to the campaign by Durant himself. Moving forward, Durant says he intends to travel the state, make more appearances, and meet with voters. I also asked him if he intends to debate fellow frontrunners Katie Britt and Mo Brooks. Hear what he has to say about that on News 19 at 10. Reporting live in Birmingham, Kayla Smith, News 19.
Durant's meet and greet wasn't the only election event held tonight. Here in Huntsville, a forum this evening gave voters a chance to hear from the candidates running for the 5th Congressional District. It's getting a lot of attention, and that seat is being vacated by Congressman Mo Brooks, who's running against Durant for that U.S. Senate seat. News 19's Archie Snowden at that forum this evening and joins us live with what the candidates had to say. Archie.
That's right, Greg. As you mentioned, this is the first chance for these candidates to meet their registered voters and to meet each other. But a notable no-show for the 5th congressional seat was Madison County Commissioner Dale Strong. Now, Strong is among the 3 candidates for the seat vacated by U.S. Representative Mo Brooks. The other top 2 candidates, Paul Sanford and Casey Wardynski, attended tonight's meeting, but voters presented their questions to the 11 candidates on the dais. The top conversation of the night was border security. Wardynski boasted his position as former staffer for Donald Trump and lead military official that makes him more qualified to handle any national security issues. Stanford, the business owner, took him to task, saying the wall or no wall, Congress is all about business and business at hand first, and financial stability needs to be restored before demanding that taxpayers fund the past projects.
I am the only candidate up here that actually fought the illegal mandates, whether they were the healthcare mandates, the mask mandates, the shutting down your business mandates, the controlling the number of people that could come in your business mandate. And by that, I organized a group called the Alabama Small Business Coalition, and I led a march to the state capitol on May 5th of 2020.
First, it's always dangerous to assume you're the only one doing anything. Usually it turns out a lot of people are working on a problem.
finish the wall, enforce our laws, put border security in place, and hold our leaders and our law enforcement officers.
Now, another strong topic of conversation was mask mandates and vaccine. The candidates agreed not to enforce mandates from their seat in Congress. Now, a spokesman for this event said that Dale Strong did not commit to tonight's event, and his absence was not a topic of conversation. We'll have more on this forum coming up at News 19 at 10. For now, we're live in Huntsville. Archie Snowden, News 19.
Right now, candidates are doing everything they can to reach potential voters, including some ads designed to get attention. And one of those ads in question is from the governor. In the ad, Governor Ivey says if President Biden keeps sending illegal immigrants into our state, we're all going to have to learn Spanish. And she added in her message to President Biden, "No way, Jose." So that ad's been called out in the national media and by California Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who called it plain racist ignorance in your face.
If you're an Alabama Republican politician and you're attacked in national press by the ultra-liberal California Congressman Maxine Waters, it's the equivalent of Congressman Waters sending the Ivey campaign a campaign contribution.
The governor responded to Congressman Waters' comments earlier in the week, and you can find details on her response on WHNT.com. So 2 days after it was announced that a rally featuring the former president in Birmingham was canceled, a planned event in Mobile has fallen through as well. What's called the American Freedom Tour said the June 18th Birmingham rally was postponed due to unforeseen circumstances, but they had plans to hold a similar event in Mobile on July 9th. But today, organizers say that's been canceled as well. As of this afternoon, only 2 events remain on what's called the American Freedom Tour website. That's Austin, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee. Attorney General Steve Marshall recently announced Alabama is going to get $276 million from pharmaceutical companies for their role in the opioid crisis. Now, according to the CDC, Alabama saw a nearly 30% increase in the number of reported drug overdose deaths from November 2020 to November of 2021. In 2016, Alabama ranked #1 in the nation for opioid prescriptions with 121 prescriptions per 100 people. The Alabama Addiction Prevention Coalition says preventing abuse of opioids can start with your own medicine cabinet.
A lot of times we have these unwanted drugs or these prescription medications that we are like, okay, we just forgot about. And sometimes our family members will see that and just take it and run with it.
Communities all across the state will be participating in Prescription Drug Take Back Day on April 30th. You can do that. You can have, if you have any drugs you want to dispose of, you can take advantage of that opportunity then. Multiple civil rights groups have filed a lawsuit against the city of Florence and its chief of police. 3 groups filed that lawsuit on behalf of Project Say Something for allegedly using ordinances to discourage protest in 2020. The suit says the city and chief used parade permits and noise ordinances to discourage protesters from exercising First Amendment rights.
We ran interference as much as we could. We tried to collaborate with the city police department. We spent literally years negotiating, and it finally came to a lawsuit.
Camille Bennett believes the noise and parade ordinances used to discourage protesters were unconstitutional. She says they are vague and overly broad. News 19 reached out to the city of Florence and the Florence Police Department. Both have said that they have not yet received any legal documents and will not be releasing a statement until that point. A Marshall County woman allegedly tried to bite a deputy as she was being arrested this week. 39-year-old Andy Winchman is facing multiple charges, including domestic violence, resisting arrest, and elder abuse. The Marshall County Sheriff's Office says they were called to a home on Starnes Loop Road in Grant yesterday. Deputies say Winchman apparently got into a fight with her 78-year-old grandmother. During Winchman's arrest, she allegedly tried to bite the deputies as she was being taken into custody. She was taken to the Marshall County Jail on a $13,000 bond. 3 people facing drug trafficking charges after an investigation into drug activity in Decatur. And according to police there, officers searched a home on Carradale Street, and they say they found more than 2.5 pounds of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and a stolen gun. Jimmy Anderson, Alexis Anderson, and Andrew Rojas are all facing multiple charges, including trafficking marijuana. All 3 taken to the Morgan County Jail. An update on the multi-million-dollar virtual academy fraud case out of Limestone County, and a federal judge is asking that the 5 defendants submit a joint plan for resentencing that includes details about repaying the money the government says was stolen. 4 of 5 defendants in question, including former Athens area superintendents Tom Sisk and Trey Holliday, have entered guilty pleas. The 5th defendant, Rick Carter, took his case to trial and was found guilty. Carter now requesting a new trial. Documents filed in federal court Wednesday say the public and private schools involved in the multi-million-dollar virtual school fraud scheme may be allowed to seek restitution on their own, but the defendants will be expected to repay the Alabama State Department of Education. As to how much, the government argues the court should multiply the number of private school student victims in the alleged scheme by $5,500. According to the federal filing, that dollar amount is an estimate of the yearly funding paid by the Alabama State Department of Education to a school district for each student. The parties are asking the court for 2 weeks to come up with a consensus on the issue and to decide whether there should be another hearing for calculating the cost. More help coming for Ukraine. We'll get a closer look at how new funding from the U.S. could impact the war.